Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours,
Hello,
it might not
everybody,
feel
and
like that.
welcome to today's
The
match.
stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff.
Patrick Vieira is a man of many qualities. The leadership has to be top of the pile.
He's not just a destroyer, is he? He is the enforcer.
True, there's so much more to his game. Quite comfortable in driving the team forward, and he can make those marauding runs from box to box.
Now it's Haaland. That's a little off target. Bale. Now, can they get him away? Elects to cross. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Zico. Silvestre kept his eye on it, and he's there. Can he get it through? Marcelo, and it's played... He's rising! He's delivered all right! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Namdin are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So, a breakthrough already. Belletti. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Silvestre. And it's Bellingham. Some good persistent defending here. And that is expertly dealt with. And who's got the final touch there? Goal kick's been given. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Now it's Haaland. Marcelo. Namdin, currently a goal to the good, and with the lion's share of the ball. Now it's Hullet. Aimed beyond the defence. Bale. Has to go back here. Oh, right place, right time. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Now, who's going to be first to this? Van Bouten calmly anticipates. And it's Zico. And the pass is intercepted. Bellingham. Bale. That's really nicely played. Getting up there! Nearly, but not quite.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Bale is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Belletti, he has found the way through. Here comes... Oh, good effort! Another big chance that gets away.
Namdin really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Lahm. And they're quick to get it back. Xavi Alonso is the team's great visionary. Chouameni. Haaland. Now, what about a counter-attack? He's got away. Marcelo. Lovely feet. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And the shot! Oh, nice. Just not quite.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Silvestre. Namdin looking to go into the break, 1-0 up. Zico did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. McAllister, and here's the chance to counter. That has not gone well. Rijkaard, and it's Gullit, and here's Bale. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Chouameni, Silvestre, and he's managed to get free. Knocks it into space. And that interception was most necessary. Out of play for a throw. Silvestre, the ball goes in. That's a decent clearance. Zico. That's Eto'o. No way through there. That's the end of the first 45. And it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Namdin with the game's only breakthrough. It's 1-0. So off we go again. Namdin currently ahead by the smallest of margins. A probing pass. Now it's Gullit. And it's Gullit looking here to... There's the header! Oh, the ball's... Oh, what has happened here? Lahm just loves to go forward whenever he can. Not the most accurate pass. And this is Gullit.
Gullit really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And the counter is on. McAllister. And he's quick to return it. Distributed tidily. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. Steaming on goalwards. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. It's Eto'o! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. And that's in. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Substitution on the field, number 99, Erling Haaland. Coming on to replace him is...
And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, that's well spotted. Belletti. Namdin, perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Vieira clears it away. That's a lovely, neat pass. Belletti. Looks to the other side.
Good ball, that too.
Tries to play it through. Bellingham. Silvestre. Quick look, then. And a header! Caught offside that time. Lahm. And it's Rijkaard. And it's Messi. Well, that is one way to stop him. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Marcelo. Oh, that's fabulous. Serves up across. And it's Tchouaméni. Not where it came from. Bellingham. To McAllister. 75 minutes played. Played out wide. Bale. It's a promising position. Now there's an impressive jump. And he hits the net. And they've got their lead back. What a header. Flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Substitution on the field. Number 11, Bale.
So changes afoot
Number
here,
3,
and from both sides.
Daniel Van Buiten.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, all their effort pays off in the end. It just took that extra bit of dynamism to get them the goal they craved.
Cafu. Number 6, Akanji.
Yeah.
Number 7, Williams.
And this is Pele.
Number
It's run loose.
33,
Who's going to get there?
Robertson. Substitutions taking place.
Robertson is always looking to play quality balls. Marcelo. Tchouaméni. Akanji. Cafu. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Looking for the far post.
Well, we've seen much better choices than that. That always looked like the wrong one.
Messi. Here's Vieira. Pirlo can so cleverly bypass the press. Into the last 5 minutes. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. Belletti. And it's Robertson. Marcelo set up one goal so far. Marcelo proves just a little bit too strong. In towards the back stick. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Can he spark a counter here? And it's Lahm. Now that's well seen too. And it's with the keeper. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Namdin can finally smile now. They have held on in a difficult watch for both sets of fans. A truly emotional roller coaster, that. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides went full pelt trying to win this. A throwback to games gone by.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
I'm afraid to tell you that we're expecting traffic to be heavy after the final whistle today.